Sorry I haven't uploaded in forever, Been on like vacation and shit. Also, got bored of making some videos, but here's a current event that I can make a video on, and hopefully it's not too long. Attention, everyone. Trump is never going to jail. Ever. Now, the first reason why is he is the least criminal president of the last, since Carter. Carter, I think, was like a goody two-shoes and an idiot. And then everyone before him down to maybe Teddy Roosevelt was a piece of shit. Kennedy was, no, he's a piece of shit, but he was better than most pieces of shits, which is why the deep state killed him. And the deep state of another country, somewhere around the Levant. So anyway, this FBI raid is a sham. Just like the FBI raid at Trump Tower was a sham, okay? Listen, Trump didn't do anything wrong. And if he has any classified documents, they're actually declassified documents. This is not a rare thing among politicians at all. There are claims that he has stolen nuclear secrets, which he would be executed. He'd be put to death under United States legal code for if he in fact did do. Is there any source for this claim whatsoever? No. Has the FBI claimed that they have seized nuclear documents? No. Has Trump in Mar-a-Lago possessed nuclear documents? I can tell you for a fact he does not. He has paid his taxes, everything you've ever tried to get him on, fake, even the piss tape, Piss Gate, the Steele dossier was fake. Remember, was it Tom Arnold, I think that actor said that he actually had a videotape of Trump saying nigger in an elevator. Never produced it. All the women who claimed Trump raped her, no charges filed, no civil suits filed either. You're all full of shit. Trump is a good guy and you are all evil. Or at least Trump is a gooder guy than any other soul who wears a suit in Washington, D.C. I will tell you that for a fact. I wouldn't say he's great. I wouldn't say he's what we desire, deserve, or need. But he is a step in the right direction. So, why else? Number two, the only other reason I need to tell you is Trump not going to jail. And it is because he is politically connected and rich. Nobody politically connected and rich goes to prison. Okay? Period. Now, I know Trump is white, but all of his children married Jews. Therefore, he's connected. Therefore, he's not going to jail. The only people who get patsied for corporate or political malfeasance are white middle management. Okay? Trump is effectively Jewish aristocracy. He's a CEO. Okay? He's not going to jail. Guess what? Hillary Clinton, by the way, only child, married a Jew. She committed so many crimes domestically. And holy shit, she is literally a demon of hell and death globally. What she's done to Haiti and Libya alone is some Stalin-esque monster shit. She is a bribe-creating machine with the fucking criminal conspiracy that is the Clinton Foundation. Do you think that Hillary Clinton will ever be even indicted for a crime? Ever? A woman who has literally murdered anyone who's ever even put a risk on her image, let alone her freedom or political career. Yet no, Hillary Clinton is never going to jail, and Donald Trump couldn't put her in jail if he tried, and believe me, he's not going to try. This is reality, okay? It's not all the way pro-Trump, and reality has absolutely nothing positive whatsoever to say or demonstrate about Democrats. They are fucking Satan, okay? But why did this raid even happen? because Trump is about to declare that he's going to race, and he has some negative, fun things to say about certain politicians who've been fucking up lately, and he's killing it on the rally circuit. Now, I do it occasionally, but I usually don't do Orange Man Bad or Trump derangement syndrome disses, even though we're 2 years out from the Trump presidency, and everyone is still constantly talking about him instead of Biden or instead of anybody else in office. Even other Republicans who are actually in office. DeSantis is the only guy in office that Democrats even know the name of. Maybe occasionally Mitch McConnell, which, believe me, Democrats, we fucking hate that guy too. Big time. Would almost rather have one of you in his place. Not really, but close. Maybe a slimy, self-serving hack like Manchin would be great to replace Mitch McConnell with. But anyway, where was I? Yes, okay. The elites don't go to jail. That's part of the problem with this country. That's part of the problem why and how we suffer under a monoparty. We have a neocon, plutocratic, Plutarch monoparty. And that monoparty is also extremely ethnically biased, both for one race and against, or a couple of races, and against another. Okay? And I don't have to be any more clear than that, so I can keep a channel and tell you shit like this occasionally. Okay? So that promoted race doesn't go to jail, and when it does things like attain a district attorney position and then refuse to prosecute violent felons, like what's going on in San Francisco and shit, then there's another race that doesn't get held accountable. You know, the race that you think of when I say the word violent felon. And the only person, again, who has ever actually dismissed one of these DAs using their governor powers for doing shit like this is Ron DeSantis, who made the absolute festering shithole that is Broward County, which is a county not too far from where I live, in South Florida, the place where the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting happened and was a precursor to the Uvalde shooting, where the police did not enter and in fact didn't even apprehend the shooter until much later in the day, when he was randomly walking around on the sidewalk like fucking Lee Harvey Oswald. Okay, that's an interesting comparison to make in that regard, isn't it? But anyway, not saying that guy didn't do it, he probably did. But there's some other fishy details about it, like he was another one of the I've been known to the FBI guys. So yeah, let's close out with 3 minutes on the FBI. I've done videos before on the CIA and FBI, and I've also mentioned them frequently. All alphabet soup agencies are illegal. The DHS, the ATF, the DEA, the FBI, and the NSA, and the Department of Homeland Security, so the DHS, are all illegal. Under the Constitution, the federal government is not allowed to do that shit. Law enforcement is the purview of the states and municipalities, motherfucker. The federal government is not supposed to have its own law enforcement, and it has like fucking 10 of them. And they use them to strip the rights of both us. And another thing, let me talk to stupid retard progressives, if any of you are watching this, okay? Obama persecuted progressives through the IRS and ATF and the DEA, raiding fucking legal weed shops in Colorado and California his entire fucking 8-year presidency, while he fucking fomented 7 wars in the Middle East and killed over 250,000 innocent civilians, most of which were killed by drone strikes where some cocksucker in fucking America is remote piloting with a PlayStation controller a drone just bombing kids. Okay? That's your progressive champion. That's who you're on the fucking side of. Okay? You're on the side of rampant Schutzstaffel level fucking jackbooted thugs and war criminals. You vote for butchers, genociders, and fucking faceless, thoughtless, fucking jackbooted golem fucking thugs. That's who you are. Okay? And this shit will continue with you fucking idiots. And all I have to say, like, you've seen Mark Dice do it. Tell any fucking goddamn Democrat you run into and they start talking about Trump as a criminal. Name a crime he's committed. And if you even can name an accusation that's been levied against him, and out of the hundreds of them, most Democrats can't even fucking think of one, which is why the FBI has, and fucking MSN, and, the MSN needs to keep inventing new ones. So you can reinforce Trump's a criminal. But liberals are so fucking stupid and so devoid of attention span that if you ask them about the shit they were furious at the gills, having mental breakdowns, taking sick days from work because they were so emotionally distressed about the shit Trump was doing. Ask them about one of those fucking shit fits from 6 months ago, and they can't fucking remember it. And you know why? Because Democrats don't absorb data information. They absorb headlines and thumbnails, and they forget them just as easily as they believe them. That's who we're dealing with. And that's why there's been a new push to censor the ever-loving fuck out of social media again. Twitter just last week, or earlier this week I think, introduced their new civic integrity policy, which, of course, is very vague and is basically designed to ban conservatives who have anything to say about the upcoming midterm elections here in America. And what's hilarious is not only does it say posting shit about disinformation concerning fraud, basically assuming that fraud is so impossible that saying that it even is possible is grounds for termination, or the termination of your fucking Twitter page or whatever the fuck, your Twitter account. And they also say that, quote, anything that might cause people to not vote or suppress voter enthusiasm or something. It said something like that, which basically means if you start talking black pills to other conservatives, they'll just say, oh, that's voter suppression, and kick you out. If you say there's no point in voting, not because the game is rigged, I'm not going to say the game is rigged. I will say that there's only one point in voting, which is in the hope that you get a Republican who will lower your taxes. Do I think that a Republican will do anything to help this country in any way besides maybe stopping the fucking criminal mafiosos of Congress from raping more money out of me to spend it on killing children and giving money to countries that hate us, and spending shit on the EU and NATO and defending other countries, and a bunch of fucking pork barrel spending where we install a dick sculpture for $2 million at some place for public beautification, that kind of fucking rinky-dink mafia bullshit of I'll pay you to build a thing that I don't really need, the fucking subway to nowhere, that kind of shit, just so I can put up a bunch of union jobs and then get some kickbacks, like that kind of shit. And if you think the Republicans aren't doing that shit daily, they are. And the Democrats are doing that. That's the uniparty. So if I have any advice to you is do not give a flying fuck about wedge issues. Abortion, I really don't give a shit. Immigration, I think I might put my concern for immigration on hold. Fucking what else do people give a shit about? Like my fucking LGBT whatever tolerance. Don't fucking care. Oh my God, teachers raping kids in schools to the tune of 25,000 rapes per year. By the way, that's compared to 250 Catholic priest rapings a year. Sorry, but school fucking teachers are the king shit rapists of the fucking cliched, besmirched demographic. You wonder why people of all stripes would love to take their kids out of public school. There's 1,000,001 reasons to do it, and the one is all the teachers are raping the kids, including the women raping the underage boys. It's like a fucking goddamn sexual assault factory. Not to mention what they're teaching the kids. So okay, let's do 15 minutes. So in summary, you're batshit insane if you vote for Democrats. Period. You do not know anything, and you barely can complain. You can barely plead ignorance. Because information and access to the internet and political discussion is so fucking ubiquitous. If you don't know even a shred of what's true, it's your fault. You're fucking stupid. You deserve the negative reaction you receive from the public. If you think the media is trustworthy, including Fox and OAN, if you think the media is fucking trustworthy, you're fucking stupid. If you think that just because somebody has an R in front of their name, that they're a saint, You're fucking stupid. Any vote you do is not even a lesser of two evils thing. They're both pure fucking evil. Your vote should be in your pure self-interest. Okay? Because any altruistic thought in the voter booth should leave your fucking mind. Because neither party, even if they have a super fucking majority, will do what needs to be done. Clinton proved it. Obama proved it. Trump proved it. They will not take the mandate. They won't close the border wall. They won't forgive student loan debts. They won't nationalize and legalize through legislation abortion. Okay? They're not going to abolish the Department of Education. They won't fucking reform the EPA. They won't deregulate health services so that they fucking become cheaper. And they won't give you universal health care either. They're not going to help you. They are not your friends. They are money-grubbing fucking gangsters. Period. Period. And the alphabet soup agencies are just thugs for deep state entities, okay? They're either like the IRS being thugs for Obama, okay? Or the FBI being thugs for Brandon, okay? The ATF and the DEA being thugs, okay? All they are there to do is strip your rights as fast as they can and violate the ones you still have, okay? There is no reason to trust the American government, and that's not coming from an ANCAP or libertarian position. Those people are stupid. It's because of the objective, real-time, current state of what's going on and how long that's been going on that you have fundamental proof that positive change does not come from politics. There's no such thing as the left and or right wings. Those are a little puppet show to keep you engaged. I implore you, you want to know what real politics is? Start looking up actual bills. Look up what's in those bills, and then look up who even showed up to vote. Look up who voted present. Look up who voted nay, and look up who voted yay. That's politics. And when it comes to give $40 billion to Israel so that they can bomb Palestinian children, you're going to see a 99% yay votage uniparty reaction. When it comes to give a bazillion fucking dollars to Ukraine so they can piss it away with that monkey fuck shit when two evil states are fighting each other and we should stay the fuck out of it. No, we have spent more on Ukraine in the past year and a half than we have on Israel, basically our landlord who pulls rent money out of our asshole for nothing. And if you think Republicans voted against that, you're stupid. If you think Democrats voted against that, actually some of them did. It's funny, isn't it? If you think that I think that conservatives know what they're talking about, I don't. I'm not a conservative. I'm also not an independent or a centrist or a fucking enlightened faggot, okay? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm basically a nationalist, you understand? And I am a nationalist constitutionalist, okay? Which means I like the American Constitution as it's written, and the only things I would change would probably be things neither conservatives or Democrats would want me to change. Okay? That's a topic for another video. The point is, and we'll get it in 20, I swear to God. Change comes from culture, which is why the elite are more terrified of social media than they are of the 400 million guns in the hands of the American citizenry. They're not yet afraid of what you can do. They are afraid. They're not terrified of what you can do. They're a little afraid. They're terrified that you will know what is necessary. Thanks for watching.